What's going on, my J Squad? Welcome back to another Injustice topic video. Now this one has been requested for you guys from the live stream, asking my opinions about the whole linked, characters and everything. So you wanted my opinion because Red Hood was not in that list. Don't forget, guys, I will be answering your guys' questions for the first 15 minutes of every video. All you gotta do is hit that Taco Bell to be part of the notification squad or hashtag Taco Bell squad. So once the video goes up for the first 15 minutes, I will be answering your guys' questions as soon as possible. So again, don't forget to hit that Taco Bell button to be part of the Taco Bell squad. I hate asking for this, but can we reach? I know, before we hit that dislike button, I know this one's, okay guys, calm down in the comment section, calm down. Can we reach 8 likes? I know I am a selfish piece of shit, but can we reach 8 likes? Thank you guys, I love you, long time, kissy kissy. Now let's talk about Red Hood. Let's just go back to where all this started. Jason Todd is the second Robin, right? After Dick Grayson left to be Nightwing, Batman needed another Robin to fill in that void. So he found this little kid named Jason Todd, who was more rougher on the edges. He didn't like Batman's rules. He was a very ruthless Robin. Like, he would punch a guy to the point where he would almost kill him. Batman always saw Jason as himself a little bit, but more of a darker side of him. Now, if you ever read a Death in the Family storyline, then you will be familiar with this character or what happened. Jason Todd takes on the Joker himself one-on-one and ends up losing. Joker then beats him to a bloody pulp. It's a pretty graphic moment in the comic books. There's also an animated movie on Batman Under the Red Hood. So if you guys ever wanted to get into the character even more and you don't have time to read a comic book, Batman Under the Red Hood, I would recommend it. It's a really good animated movie. It's one of my top 5s. It's basically what happens in the comic books. So what happens is Jason Todd dies in the hands of Joker. Years later, Jason Todd comes back to life from the Lazarus pit of Ra's al Ghul, and he starts toying with Batman under this character named Red Hood. Now, back then in the original Golden Age comic books, there was a character named Red Hood, which was actually an origin story for the Joker in The Killing Joke. So in a way, Jason Todd wanted to torture Batman by bringing back a character like the Red Hood. What better yet to come back as a new character as Red Hood by picking the Joker's first appearance in the comic books, which was Red Hood. Now you're up to date to who Jason Todd really is and all that. Now in the Injustice comic book and the game itself and the lore, there is not even one mention of Jason Todd. Maybe there is, maybe I missed it, but I've read all the comics. I've read everything about the Injustice, and I know everything pretty much about it. And Jason Todd has never been mentioned. Well, to answer your question in a very short answer is because they're pushing more towards Damian Wayne. Now, Damian Wayne is confirmed to be a playable character in the game. The worst thing that NetherRealm could do is bring Jason Todd into the game by using Damian Wayne to steal his gimmick, which I hope they don't do that because they did the same thing with him in the first Injustice. While Dick Grayson was in the game, which there was a skin that you could use that was Damian Wayne. It was kind of more like an emo punk Nightwing. Now, the Injustice 2 comic was announced to begin in April 11, which is 1 month before the game comes out. So we might get some information about Jason Todd because he is the most highly requested character to be in the game. Now, what's supposedly with the linked characters being, linked out, Red Hood was not in it. So everybody's kind of freaking out, saying oh, what the hell? Are they just not going to do Red Hood? Or is it just something that they're just forgetting? I think that Jason Todd will be in the game, but he will not be playable until DLC. Because remember, we have 9 DLC characters, and I guarantee you he will be a DLC character because he is highly requested. He will bring a lot of money. He'll be the most downloadable character besides a guest character. And you guys know me, I don't like how Injustice always fills up the games with Batman characters. It's just too much already. But if I had to pick one person that was any okay to go, would be Red Hood. It's just something we want. We really wanted him in the game and we didn't get it. But it's very upsetting that he still hasn't even been mentioned in the comic books. But hopefully with the new Injustice 2 comics that we do get some information. So I'm pretty sure the comic book that's going to be 1 month before the game comes out will fill us in on some of the missing voids that we've been talking about. How did Superman get out? What is Batman doing? Why is Harley Quinn now all of a sudden going for Superman to kill him because he killed the Joker? And maybe, just maybe, Jason comes back to find the person that killed one of his brothers, which was Dick Grayson. Now, I'm not sure if Dick Grayson and Jason Todd had a relationship in the Injustice comic lore because we don't have anything as of right now, but that would make sense for Jason Todd to come back. Maybe he wants to take down Damian because Damien's the one that killed, Dick Grayson. But if you read the comic, Dick Grayson forgive Damian Wayne for killing him. And now that Dick Grayson is now the dead man of the universe. It's a really cool part of the comic book. Again, if you're not caught up with the comic book, I recommend it. Like, it's really, really good. And that would be, I guess, the last reason I think that, Jason Todd would come back. Either if it's for finding another Joker or he's after Damian Wayne. So hopefully the comic at least mentions Jason Todd because, he's a character I think a lot of us do want. And, Tom Taylor, who wrote the original one's coming back, so that just means like the comic book is getting ready to be good. Jason Todd should have came out a long time ago because Joker died in that universe, right? But I guess that Joker is dead. He doesn't need to come back. So that explains why Jason Todd never came back, because there was no reason for him to come back as Red Hood because Joker was finally dead. But, with the events of the first Injustice, he probably found out that, hey, there's a Joker that came back and he was running wild and they let him go. Maybe that's his whole motive of coming back as Red Hood, is that he finds out that there is another Joker in another universe, so now he wants to kill that Joker. To me, that would make sense. That's how I would do it, like to bring Jason Todd back, that he finds out that there is another Joker, or there's multiple Jokers out there, and his objective is to kill all of them. But I want to hear your guys' opinions. Where do you think that Jason Todd is? Do you think he's just relaxing? Do you think he's just chilling in the Lazarus pit? Is there some theory that you have? Leave it down below. And what do you guys feel about Jason Todd being DLC? I think he should already be a playable character. But knowing NetherRealm, he's going to be a DLC because he's going to bring in lots of money and people are going to want him. Even though I'm going to get the Ultimate Edition, so I already got him for free. Well, not really, because I kind of paid for the Ultimate Edition. But anyways, thank you guys so much for the love and support. Make sure to hit that Taco Bell button to always get notified whenever my video goes live. Make sure to check out these videos if you do have time. My name is JaeRoar, and I am the best at what I do, and that's giving you that 1-2 punch.